Figured I should also give you an update on the ATV that I'm working on. So this is the frame. I've completely stripped everything, and as you can see, I cut through this in order to get something off. But that's okay, because this frame is going to be recycled for something. I don't know what. We'll do that down the road, but I have a spare frame that is in much better condition, because I don't know if you can tell, this is rusted to heck on all corners. There is a much newer frame that I have nearby that I bought with this ATV, Yamaha Grizzly. Once the engine is rebuilt, I'll be putting it onto the other frame, which you'll probably see shortly once I move the sea container. But right now I gotta move everything off the shelves so it doesn't fall over and damage anything. But the new frame is what everything that I've taken off is gonna have to be transplanted to. The nice thing is the parts cleaner and some other things will be used to fix some of this stuff already. And I don't know why these tires are leaking. But it smells like it was leaking in an axle. I guess I'll have to clean that up later on. But all of the swing arms and stuff like that should already be on the other ATV. But we're going to strip all this stuff down, clean it up, and maybe we'll buy another frame, or we'll fix this, because once I have the tube bender, which I'm looking at picking up, I can just rebend another tube, weld it in place, and well, one thing I do want to do is I want to throw some gussets on the new frame, so it's much stronger and it has a lot more rigidity and the ability to resist things like this. Well, to be fair, that is probably a sizable landing on a sizable rock that just crunched in, pushed this engine mount, forcing the engine apart and together in such a way that it caused a significant oil leak. Like, some Bondo was thrown over to try to prevent the leak, but that's not happening because the engine's completely out of balance, and that is the cause. But no biggie. It is super cool to work on things, and picking up all the shop components you're going to need to work on ATVs and snowmobiles, because the overall plan that I have is basically a community shop where people are able to come in, work on specific things under supervision, so none of the tools magically walk out and disappear. Hopefully reduce the cost of people. Like, here's the issue. Like, I don't know if you guys seen the stats, but I posted on Twitter a bunch about this, but the basic facts are that if you're Inuit in Nunavut, you're probably making about $18,000 a year, which is not very much. Especially when you consider that ATVs and snowmobiles are probably about $8,000 to $17,000 brand new, which you have a choice if you're Inuit in Nunavut. You either buy food and survive, or you buy a vehicle. And I frankly refuse to drive a vehicle until we've solved that issue, which is ubiquitous transportation for Inuit, regardless of age or class. It's just offensive. 2021 should be doing better, because it's the future.